Today, we're going to break down a really powerful 7-year formula. It's designed to take your biggest, most intimidating dreams and turn them into something you can actually achieve.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You've got this incredible ambition, this huge vision for your future, but it just feels so far away, so overwhelming, that even taking that first step seems impossible. It's a super common feeling, but it definitely doesn't have to be a roadblock. So in this explainer, we're giving you a system. We're going to follow the journey of an aspiring writer to show you exactly how this formula can turn a vague wish into a concrete plan. And yeah, our example is about writing, but trust me, this 7-year method works for any major goal you can think of.
All right, first up, let's talk about the biggest hurdle. And ironically, it's the dream itself.
I mean, think about it. Become a top writer. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? But it's also really foggy. It doesn't really have a clear definition. And that vagueness, that's exactly what makes it so intimidating, because you don't have a clear target to aim for.
And this right here is the crucial point. What does top writer even mean? Is it about winning awards, bestseller lists, social media fame? See, if you can't define what success looks like in real, concrete terms, how will you ever know if you've actually reached it? You're basically trying to navigate without a map or a compass.
Okay, so how do we fix this? Well, it's time to transform that fuzzy, out-of-focus dream into a crystal-clear destination.
And here's that transformation in action. Look at the left, just a wish. Become a top writer. Now look at the right, that's a target. Publish 5 bestsellers and gain 500,000 followers by 2030. All we did was add numbers and a deadline. And just like that, the goal becomes real and, importantly, measurable.
So let's really lock this concept in because it's important. A destination is what you get when you bolt on metrics and a timeline to your dream. It completely stops being this floaty what if and becomes a solid, this is what I'm actually building towards. So we have our destination. Awesome. But a 7-year journey requires a map, right? So let's build one.
This is how you make a huge goal manageable. You don't aim for 5 bestsellers tomorrow. No way. In year 1, you just start small. Write every day and build an online profile. From there, each year builds on the last one. See how every milestone logically leads to the next? It makes that final destination feel not just possible, but kind of inevitable. A 7-year map is great for the big picture, but let's be real, progress is made day by day and week by week. So let's zoom all the way in on what truly drives results. This right here is the funnel. It's what connects your huge vision to what you're actually doing on a Monday morning. You take that big 7-year destination, you figure out what has to happen this year to stay on track, then you break that down into monthly targets, and finally, you distill it all down into a concrete list of weekly actions. This is where the magic happens, where dreams meet reality.
So, what does that look like in practice for our writer? Well, it's not just write more. It's specific, weekly actions like write 5,000 words, create 3 social media posts, and spend 2 hours on marketing. These are the small, consistent bricks you lay week after week to build your castle. Okay, so making a plan is one thing, but sticking to it over 7 years, that is a whole other challenge. So how do you make sure you don't get lost along the way?
This is such a powerful reminder. Your roadmap is pretty much useless if you don't actually check it. It's not just about planning the work, it's about working the plan and seeing how you're doing.
And the great news is you already have the perfect tool for this. That weekly action list we just talked about, that's your progress meter. At the end of every week, you just look at the list and ask, hey, did I do these things? It's a really simple but powerful feedback loop that tells you if you're on course or if you're starting to drift.
And the impact this has on your mindset is like night and day. Without a plan, you're just tangled up in anxiety and confusion. With a plan, you get clarity, a sense of control, and that awesome feeling of real accomplishment every single week.
Now, this is super important. This plan is not meant to be a prison. It's a compass. If you find yourself off track, it's usually for one of 2 reasons. Either a breakdown in your consistent effort, or your strategy just isn't working. This isn't failure, it's feedback. Just knowing these pitfalls is the first step to recalibrating and correcting your course without giving up on the destination.
Okay, we've covered the problem, the solution, the roadmap, and how to stay on track, so now it's all about putting it into motion.
So, if there's one crucial takeaway, it's this. Don't let your ambitions just stay as dreams. Give them a plan. Add some numbers, add a deadline, and break it all down into steps you can actually take. That is how a wish becomes a destination.
So we'll leave you with this question to think about. What's the biggest journey in your life that really needs a roadmap? And what's the first step you can take today?